Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody is having a good evening. Sorry for the mess in the back. It's been one of those days. It started this morning when I went in at 10 a.m. to get a new crown. And of course, they drill out your tooth and give you a temporary. Well, it's okay now, but my whole left side was, it looked like I had a stroke because everything was just hanging. I couldn't even feel my eye to open my eye. It was really something. Luckily, I don't see out of my left eye, so it was no big deal. Hello, Karen. Hello, Kellyanne. Hi, Jan. How you doing? Mary, hello. I really didn't have much planned for today, but I ended up getting quite a few things done that I wanted to talk about. Um, a bunch of people have been asking me, hi, Andre. A bunch of people have been asking me about storage and how I organize everything. Well, as you can tell back here, this mess on my desk is not organized. Hi, Ann. Hi, Shelby. Um, but for the most part, in all of my little Karen bags and Kirsten bags, yeah, I'm pretty organized. And it took, a couple of times of redoing things. The best investment I made, you guys, was my label maker. Stephanie put it on Amazon on her favorite things. And I have gone through so many ribbons of tape to do all my label making. Everything in here is labeled. It's literally what's saving me from losing everything. Hi, Gloria. How you guys doing? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that first. One of the questions I had asked by Wendy Hefner is, how do I store my miscellaneous word stamps? And also, do you store your word dies? What do you have? She says she has a hard time rummaging through. Now, guys, feel free to jump on and give suggestions. I'm just going to tell you what I do. I learned the hard way that I don't keep my items, my packaging, like in my folded, if it comes with a word die. Whatever that word die is or pertains to, it goes in my word die kit. I have a whole Karen bag and it's filled with different sayings. Um, what I do with my label maker is the minute I get a word die in, I type it on my label maker, stick it on the top of the Karen bag, and I know exactly what's in there. So I can find all the word dies and whatever. All my thank you word dies are in my thank you package. I have a thank you package that I do in the Kirsten envelope, and it's pretty big. Same goes for my stamps. If they're just words and not, okay, say the happy birthday ones, like the ones for the kitty birthday cake, the cupcake, they are in a specific birthday section with the kitten on it and the cat. But all my other birthday ones are all in a birthday stamp envelope. I just keep everything separate. It's so much easier. Wendy, I was reading through your question about the storage. I hope you caught all of that. Um, when I have multiple sayings for, let's say, Valentine's Day, they all go in my Valentine envelope. I use one of Stephanie's big clear envelopes, the ones that come in our card kit pink box every month. Those are specifically designed for holidays. Now, Valentine's has got one, Thanksgiving's got one, Halloween's got one. Um, most Easter's got one. Actually, Easter has two now. And Christmas has a whole rack plus a couple Karen bags because Christmas is just over the roof full of things. So my organization comes by what the items are. Like if they're word dies, they go in one section. If they're word specific stamps that are not related to a theme, say our last theme was the ladybugs. Obviously, that stays in its own. I do in my Karen bags, I label them whatever, like the ladybugs. I just made my ladybug one. I had one of the big magnets and I put all the stuff on that, put it in the Kirsten bag, poof, ready to go. Can I show you the word? Show us your word die storage, please. Sure. Let me get it for you. I'm going to roll around here. Actually, I'm going to get up. Excuse my rear end. Okay, guys, this is the big cart. This is the one that's got my inks in it. And here's a perfect example. This is my Valentine's envelope. I put everything to do with Valentine's. Stamps, dies, everything. But when I was going through, look how pristine, I got to show this off. Look how pristine my boxes get delivered to me from Stamps of Life. There is not a mark or a dent anywhere on it. And what's in this box this time is I signed up for the very first time for the online class. So I put everything to do with the online class in here, except for my homework. My homework, I love Stephanie's folders. So each card I did the homework on already is in a folder in there. It's the only, I have to keep organized, you guys, or I'm going to lose my friggin' mind. I swear to God. Now, I don't know what bag this is or box it is, but it is a plastic box. And I have literally, like I said, I have taken all of my sayings and all my stamps. See, these are the stamps that I have in here. And then on the dies, these are the word dies I have in it. Now, these are ones that are miscellaneous. These are not type specific to, what am I trying to say? They're not type specific to a set, a card kit set. It's just, some of them were freebies. Some of them were just add-ons that I didn't know what kit they went to. So they all went in this box. You can use any container you want. This is, these were Stephanie sold these. These aren't easy, but like the love you, thank you, miss you. Those specific stamps she sold to go with different kinds of cards for flip-its and stuff like that. But I was having trouble finding the dies or the stamps and the dies that go with it. So I came up with this. It's just a little box. It's on Stephanie's website. It's not that big a deal. The other thing I use is, actually, that's it. That's the only place I have them. I was looking really carefully through those. Hi, Karen. I do separate my dies and my stamps. Yes, I do. Only because I don't want the dies to get, I want the dies to stay firm and flat. And I don't really, the stamps have a tendency to slide back and forth, and I don't want them catching and maybe bending the frame. Her dies are extremely sturdy, so I don't know why I would think that way. It's just easier for me to keep the dies and the stamps separate. In that box, there's like a divider. It's just a piece of cardboard, and I have the stamps on one side and the words on the other. The words I'll put in plastic bags too. Let me show you. I guess I should have showed you that first. But the dies I'll actually put in an envelope like this. And they're just random word dies. I don't, I've used a couple of them for some things, and then it's like when I'm looking for something different, but all the word dies I'll put it in a plastic envelope. And then that way the stamps you can just slide in. It doesn't matter where they go. But if you keep the word dies, see, like that was a freebie, I think. Hello, special day. I just like doing it that way. It just makes it easier for me. If I can grab that box, if I'm looking for a certain saying, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's in a word die. Some things are really different. I mean, you just never know. Is Joe Weston on here? I haven't seen her yet. I wanted to give her a shout out. Her husband was so sweet. Look what they mailed me. Not the fork, but the fork stand. I made 35 bows last night off of a spool of thread. It's a ribbon. And this is the cutest thing. And it's so easy. It just, here, let me get this down. It just stands. Where are you? It just stands on my desk. And I sit here and I make my ribbon, my bow. Easy peasy. It's so nice. I can't thank you guys enough for making that for me. Again, shout out to Joe Weston. Anybody wants a fork stand? This is a really big fork. But man, it makes a nice size bow. It's not super big. It fits on an A2 card real easy. My little bitty bows that I make with a regular fork, those are great for A1 cards and smaller ones. Like when I do my smaller cards like this one. I just was fooling around with some stuff and ended up with that. I ended up going to Michael's. I had a gift card from Christmas to Michael's, so I bought some embellishments there. Only because I need so much Valentine's ones and I just don't have that many of them. So I ended up doing that. Karen says, so you say, yes, I do. Good evening. Do you cut apart the stamp sets? Some have happy birthday, hello, miscellaneous. I thought about that, but I was afraid of too many little pieces. Um, I do have a note sometimes, not a note, but I'll put a label maker. What would I do without this label maker? I'll put on the label maker. If it's a random set, like it's what are those birds? The pelicans. I'll put on their happy birthday, reminding myself that yes, they have a happy birthday in the pelican one. There's some fonts I like the pelican one that says happy birthday. I really like that font. So now I know it because I pull it out a lot, but I put a label on the actual envelope that has the pelican stuff in it. So that way I can keep track of which stamps I like better than the others. It does not take me long at all, Mary Walker, to find the dice sets I'm looking for. Not at all. First of all, I've only been doing it 2 years, so I know I have a lot because I'm in all the clubs and I buy everything all the time. But yeah, it's not sorry. It doesn't take me long. Once I get a plan, my biggest thing is getting my motivation. What do I want to do today? What do I want to make? What do I need to make? I have a craft fair coming up February 8th, so obviously I'm concentrating on Valentine's. Every time I do Valentine's, though, I try and throw in more birthday cards. I just keep trying to add. I will spend about anywhere from 3 to 6 hours in my craft room, off and on, doing different things. I just started playing chauffeur to my nieces. They go to a school that's quite a distance away, and their parents are both immigration lawyers, my niece and her husband. And needless to say, they're a little overwhelmed with work right now because of the laws shifting, for a polite way to put it. So with that happening, they have a hard time picking them up from school. So I spend a couple hours, 3 days a week, picking them up from school and getting them home and starting dinner. So I break up my craft day with some of that. And then of course, normal errands and stuff and getting a crayon. Kellyanne, if you feel you need to change your organization, what you need to figure out is what's comfortable for you. I personally like to be able to, like right here, perfect example. All my inks are in these two pads, in these two things. They are the closest because I use them the most. The things you use the most, you want to keep closer to you. My adhesives, my cutting tools, I do this every time. Go this way. My die cutting machine, I want to keep that closest to me because that's what I use the most. My paper, which is right behind my head over here. And my pens I put above my paper. I've had my pens, my alcohol ink markers, I've had them in like 5 different spots. And that's where they finally ended up where I like them the best because everything stays really easy. Hi, Bobby. It's a 5x7 fab file. Yes. And you know what? I like it, Jan, because it's a little bit harder than the Karen and the Kirsten bag. So it keeps things stiff and upright. It doesn't let it go flopping around as much. Not that these really flop around once you get them in the envelopes, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's a more sturdy and easier item to pick up. The other thing about storage is I try not to put, it took me a year. I got to be honest with you. It took me a year to figure out go by the holidays because I was, okay, if I need a heart at Christmas time for, say, I want to put a heart message or on a wedding card, I know my hearts are going to be in the Valentines. So I don't usually have a problem going and finding it. Jan, I'm going to have to hire you as my assistant. Okay, I want to show you a couple cards I made, but I first want to show you, I don't know, I don't think Stephanie would be upset about this, but I went and bought a package of doilies. They didn't say to from on it, okay? Paper doilies, just the thin little flimsy paper doilies. I got them off of Amazon. I got a package of 100 of them. I think I spent $10, including the tax and everything. And what I did with this is I folded it. I'm going to show you a cute little trick. I like to take things to craft fairs. The one big thing I've noticed, I like to take things to craft fairs that are inexpensive, like a couple bucks each, something that people can grab and go say, oh, I could make that at home, but I know I never will, so I'll just go ahead and buy yours. First thing you do is you take the doily and you fold you fold the heart part in. Okay. Then you're going to take the bottom part. Then you're going to take the bottom part after you folded the heart in, and you're going to fold the bottom part up the heart. See, it already looks like an envelope. Then you're going to fold the flap down, and you have gotten a cute little envelope. I stamped to and from on all of them, and the ones I did half and to and from, and I did half with Happy Valentine's Day on it. And what I did with them is I put one of those snack size bags of M&Ms inside, and then I just decorated the front with some little stickers, and I put a little sticker on the back to hold it shut. These cost me about 40 cents to make. I'm going to sell them for $1, or I'm going to sell them for, I was thinking about $1.25, or 4 of them for $5. I don't know. But I like to take some inexpensive things like that to sell, and I've got about, I think I've made 80 of them, and it only took me about an hour. This is only 35 of them. And like you can see, I've done them in all different colors. I used some of the ladybugs to sticker on them. I've used some of the hot air balloons. Those were really cute, and they're a lot of fun. Excuse me, guys. I'm really sorry about this coughing. Oh, yeah, I ended up with pneumonia. Yay me. Okay, second part of the cards I want to show you. I did these really fast. I'm a freak for her shaker cards. Now, she taught us a while back when she made the shaker envelopes. She made the shaker envelopes, and then you just take 2 of your dies that you would do a card insert for. And you take a big one, then you take a smaller one, you lay them on top of each other, and then you get this border. So I take the envelope. It's the same envelopes that she sold us in the shaker card kit. I took one of the clear envelopes. I cut the inside, which I did this in the chunky glitter. Isn't that chunky glitter amazing? I love shakers. I don't know about you guys, but I just think they make all the difference in the world. Anyway, so I made a bunch of these shakers, and I used the Love Felt. I bought a bunch extra of those on the front. And these make up so freaking fast. And then I just stamped the inside Happy Valentine's Day with some random hearts. I got off of her. It's the Berry Heart collection. I can show you exactly what it is, because I know you guys are going to ask. Oh, it's not even there. It's on my other desk because I use it all the time. Yeah. It is the, oh boy, this writing. Love Bears to Stamp. It's the Love Bears to Stamp collection. It's got the little truck with the bears, but see the random hearts? There's some here, and here, and here, and over here. I use those. And of course, the Happy Valentine's stamp is the one I've been using a lot. So that's how the insides look, and that's my backs. It says Crafty Cards by Debbie. Call or text me, and it's got my phone number. I did the one with the tooth fairies. They still, because I got all the little hearts in it, still looks cute. Still looks adorable. I'll show you the rest of them I made just so you can get some ideas. The Love Balloon. I did that in the shiny paper. I love these balloons, and they go on so nice on the front cards. Again, that's the black chunky paper. This is the purple shiny paper she's got, and I used vellum hearts on the inside. Again, shaker, 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 shaker. And I use the, I love that hologram stuff. That's so pretty in the back. This is my favorite. It's the black chunky with all those beautiful hearts. So I made those. I made 7 of those. I made a lot more of these guys. I think this folded little note thing is just the cutest thing that she ever came up with. I love it. It's easy. It's so much fun to make them. And I did, look what I did, guys. I did the stencil with the conversation hearts. I did it in yellow, and oh my gosh, it just, everything pops. But and then when I get them done, I package them in one of her holders for sale. And then I put on the back, I actually took a copy of the inside of the card. So I'll take the inside of this card, lay it on my copy machine. I scale it down to only 46%, so it comes out in a small square, so they can see what it looks like on the inside. So all they got to do is, oh, look, that's a cute card. Wonder what it says on the inside. Oh, look, that's what it says. So I made a few more of the hot air balloons. I love this stamp pad paper. And then I found this yellow stuff, the hearts that she has. It's just so simple, but it's such a classic. I'm going to put bows on some of these, and then those will be all done. Oh my goodness. Let me read what you guys have been writing. Yeah, the Dollar Tree had some of the dollars too. Oh, Valentine die cuts in the pocket and mail them to crafty friends. How cute is that, Brenda? I keep all my card bases. Okay. I'm kind of weird. Stephanie taught me this, but all my card bases are hanging on a hook. My the basic ones are hanging on a hook where this label maker is. It's got a great big hook on it, and it's got all my basic dies, the for cards, basic dice. So on Monday morning especially, I'll grab about 4 or 5 of them, and I'll just run 2 of each. Then I go to my specialty hook for card bases, like the one I just showed you of the hearts, or this guy, can't remember what he's called. But I'll go to the specialty hooks and I'll pull these guys out, and I'll say, oh, okay, and I'll run about one of each of those. And they could sit there like the triple Z fold card. It can sit there for 3-4 weeks before I come up with an idea. But I've got the base done. To me, I get overwhelmed really quick. So if I have the bases done, to me, that's half the job, because it's figuring out, well, what color do I want to do? Well, I already cut this out in flamingo, so I might as well do it something with that. So it kind of makes up my mind for me, which is what I really like. Okay, the other thing is, I remember I showed you last time I was making the boxes with the you guys, my mind. Where you take the two cards, you take the 2 fronts, and you put the bracket on. Come on, guys, what's it called? You guys know. Anyway, I made the boxes, the gift boxes. It's got an M&M's, a Reese's Heart, a box of Conversation Hearts, and some Smarties. And then I got some of that funky little Box-It. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Kellyanne. I got the Box-Its, and I used the small on this one. I'm going to use the medium next time on a bigger one. Thanks, everybody. Everybody's yelling at me. Box-It, Box-It. So I made these. I've got 10 of these made already. And then I just simply attached a 2 from tag on the back, because why not? And I figured it out cost-wise. It only cost me about $1.25 to make them. I am selling them for $5 each. So those are the kinds of things that are gonna, like you would know that, Andre. Those are the kinds of things that are gonna sell really quick. I don't know why, but it just seems like that's the way the craft fairs go. So the craft fair I'm doing is at a church. It's by a community college that's pretty well known here in town. She's doing it February, March, and April. I'm only going to do February and March. Then she'll do it again in the fall and winter. She only charges $25. You have to bring everything. You have to bring your pop-up tent. You have to bring your tables, chairs, whatever. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. When you are doing a craft fair, always take 2 tables, the 2 long ones. I don't care if you don't think you have enough to cover it. This is why. You want to spread out your items. You want to show them off. You don't want to keep them in these baskets. I mean, yes, I put my baskets out, but for them to look through. But a majority of my cards go on my card rack or my display board. And my display board will show them individually. They'll show them out of the sleeves so people can actually open them up and touch them and feel them and see what they look like and realize it's not made out of cheap paper. It's made out of nice cardstock, quality items. I'm in the process of, you see this bag here, it says Stamps of Life. I'm in the process of getting that logo printed on a board that says products for all items were supplied by, and then it's got her logo on it. It's a cute logo. It's a well-known company. It's, to me, it's one of the best companies out there. I have been watching HSN, and Stephanie did an awesome job, didn't she guys? But I have been watching the other people on HSN, and I'm not bashing them at all. It's just not my style. A lot of them, their products are so expensive compared to Stephanie's. And yes, the deals that she gives us on HSN for their exclusive products from her company, those are really, really good deals. But she is such a natural on there. And so I don't know if you guys have heard, but HSN is moving out of Florida. And they're going to be in the QVC department. Well, they're both owned by the same company, but they're going to be in the same location in Pennsylvania. So I don't know how this is going to affect Stephanie or the Stamps of Life. I'm hoping it doesn't at all. But yeah, that's changing quite a bit. I really, really enjoy watching her demo stuff. Her stuff when she demos it. I mean, her products. I don't know if she explains it so well that it makes it look easy, or it generally is. It's just so easy. It's easy to explain. It's hard to describe. But some of the other products that I noticed that they were doing, like there's a couple companies out there that they make the kits, and literally all you're doing is tearing off the score tape and putting everything together. You're not doing any creativeness on your own. You're not getting any original little side things where, like, I will put on the hearts, all over the place, where some people might just put on 2 or 3. That's, to me, what makes her products stand out. You can take the same kit and give it to 10 people, and you are going to get 100 different looks. And that's, to me, what makes a quality product, and something that's very versatile and that you can use over and over and over and over. So you take your 2 tables, go to the dollar store and get the cheap plastic tablecloths. Just cover it. Doesn't have to be fancy. I've seen people out there with these really fancy table things where they go all the way down to the leg and it's all fancy and everything, but you don't need that. Hopefully your product's going to cover enough of the table that you won't need it. Like Valentine's Day, I'll take a lot of little like Smarties candies for Valentine's, or little suckers and stuff, and I'll throw them willy-nilly on the tables too, so kids coming by can pick one up and have it. Usually when a kid comes by and looks, the mom will stop and look. Anna Griffin has the best die cutting electric machine in the world. I have seen and watched and read reviews. I cannot tell you how good this die cutting machine is. I've had it for 2 years. It is going strong. It never gives me any trouble. I just love it. So you're going to take your 2 tables, you're going to put some tablecloths on it. You're going to take your cards and you're going to set them up in sections. Your first section is going to be the holiday. You're going to want that center in the biggest table, the first thing people see when they walk up. So you take your holiday, you center it in the middle, and you spread it out a little bit to the left and right. Then to your far left, you're going to probably put your happy birthday cards. Depending on how many you have or how many different varieties you have, I have mine broken down into 4 to 6 categories. Female birthday, male birthday, kids, teenagers, and then I also do specialty ones, like I will lay out, like if it's from a brother or sister or dad or mom, I'll lay out the specialty ones. Then on the other side, you're going to do, depending on the time of year, you're going to do your Mother's Day and your Father's Day cards. Then you're going to go to your second table. This is where you're going to display a lot of things. You're going to take them out of the sleeves. You're going to open them up. You're going to put them in a rotating card gallery, or you're going to do, like I have that frame that I showed you a couple shows ago where I actually clip them up and it holds like 15 cards up there. That's where you're going to do your bigger displays where you can actually talk and show the like when you've got a birthday card and they see it in the envelope in your display thing, and it looks like this, and they're like, well, what the heck is that? Well, you got to show them that this is what it is. So you want to display these types of cards, your flip its, your fold it, your boxes, all these, you want to display them so they know what they're going to look like. They don't want to see what it's going to look like in the envelope. They don't care. They want to see what it's going to look like when that person gets it and opens it up. That's really important. I learned that the first one. Yeah, that Kellyanne, if you ever need an electric machine, my hands won't let me use the rotating ones. I can't do it. My hands are so bad. I've had so many surgeries on them. That's what 40 years of doing nails did to me. Plus I was a 10 key operator before that for quite a few years. Okay, guys, what else we got going on? Make sure you have plenty of cash when you're doing a craft fair. I always take 1s and 5s. I don't take 10s and 20s. Never need them. Especially when I'm selling my little stuff, like my little candy Valentine things. I always make sure I have plenty of cash for those. If somebody buys like $20, $30 worth of stuff and they got a kid with them, I give them one for free. I mean, don't be afraid to be a little kind to the kids, because parents, and they appreciate that. Yeah, Bonnie, she makes her products look easy because she just puts so much thought into everything she does. Summers are kind of tricky with craft fairs, and I'll tell you why. You got nothing coming up. People don't care. They want to do their vacationing. They just want to have a good time. So when you do your summer one, try to think of things that are generic holidays. Concentrate on your birthdays. Concentrate on get wells. Get wells are big right now. For some reason, everybody mails get wells cards. So do a lot of get well cards. Sympathy. You want to have them on hand. You don't want to use them, but you need to have them on hand. And another thing, Stephanie talked about sympathy cards, I think a couple shows ago. And she mentioned you don't want to have to sit down and make one when you need one, which is true. So I just started this last week, where on Monday, when I was making my cards and getting started for the week, I made 2 sympathy cards. I'm just going to start making 2 every time. That way, when I need them, I've got them, and I don't need them, I don't. You know what I mean? It's not that big a thing. Kellyanne, the payments I usually use are mostly cash. I do Zelle, and I also do the Square. I did Venmo, but then I didn't get good reception at one of my things, and it got all. So I found out if I have Zelle and I have Square, I don't need anything else, because Square will take anything, a debit, a credit, anything. So I really don't need to do anything else. And Zelle I like because it just goes right into my account, and it's quick, and I see it right away. I have never replaced my plates on my Anna Griffin machine. Never. They are so worn out. You can't even, when I got them, they were so pretty. You could see through them and everything. And I don't know if you can tell, but see the top of that? It's pure white. Yeah, it's been used. Once in a blue moon, it'll arc just so slightly. Flip it over. We're all good. I do not accept traveler's checks, Andre. Ha, ha, ha. The other thing about craft fair is bring a snack, bring plenty of water, because you don't know what's going to happen during the day. This craft fair that I'm doing for only $25 for me to have a setup there is, what was I just talking about? Oh my God, my mind went blank. I just saw something. How come yours warps so easy? Karen, do you have the Anna Griffin machine? Anyway, when you're sitting there and you're in the middle of it and you get hungry, you want to have a little something to eat between people that are coming. But I guarantee you, if it's slow, try to eat your lunch, and then everybody comes around. It never fails. The other thing is bathroom breaks, because I don't usually take anybody with me. Usually there's a vendor next to you. They don't mind watching your table for a few minutes. You can run and go to the bathroom. Now, this one I'm going to, she has a lot of food trucks, so I'm excited about that, because I love a good food truck food. I mean, you can tell I love my food. Any other questions about craft fairs for right now? I really was thinking, I don't know, my face was so bad the day. I mean, it was just like, it looked like I had a stroke. My sister was yelling. She said, "What happened to your face?" She forgot I was getting a crown put on. I want to make 10 more. See, I made of these things, these good old things. I made a whole bunch. There's a bunch back there, but I want to make about 10 more of these, and I think I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. I just don't know I need to go buy more candy. Candy has gotten so expensive, you guys. Let me tell you, even the little snack size. Like I said, I made about 80 of these little just M&M packets that are going to go for $1 or so. But man, candy's gone right through the roof. Anything else you guys can think of that we could do for Valentine's that's different? I mean, everybody does the roses and the flowers and all that stuff. Candy's kind of a novelty. I just wanted to see if we could do something a little different. You know what, Ann? Every city and state and county is different with taxing. When I owned my nail salons and hair salons, we had retail licenses for products. And because we were in one location, we only had it for that one spot. Now, when you go to, all right, this one's in Glendale that I'm going to be doing. I've done one in Phoenix. I've done one in Peoria. I've done one in Sun City. Those all require separate licensing. So unless you're going to do X amount of dollars in each one, you don't have to have one in the state of Arizona. It has to reach a certain amount. And I'm not even close to that. So, and I do not add tax onto my products. I just don't do it. Check out your city and state licensing policies because every state, every city, every county is different. What is my process for using your card kits? I don't understand, Wendy. What do you mean? When I get a card kit in, first of all, I get so excited at the beginning of the month. Like this new folder that came out with the shutters. I can't wait. I'm going to make silly things happen when you open the shutter doors. I'm going to make silly things happen like cat's going to come out and give you a raspberry or something. I found these cat stickers. I can't even remember where. But they're cats doing crazy things like blowing a raspberry or scratching or whatever. And I'm going to make it so when you open the shutters, you see the cat doing this through a window pane. And there is a die that has a window pane on it that I'll use with that shutter. I'll probably just use it for inking it, not for actually die cutting something out. But what I usually do is I like to make at least 12 to 2 dozen cards out of that kit right away. And I'll do it for all different occasions. Oh, I can make bookmarks. Good idea. You know what? I just got my little bookmark thing that Stephanie sold on her website. What was it called? Anyway, there was a heart one, and I was going to make up a bunch of those because I thought those were super cute. Anyway, she just had those. I just got that order in. It's the shaped bookmark die set of 4. It's got the star, 2 things of hearts, and the flower. Well, I just now got it in the mail, so I'm going to make a bunch of those tomorrow. So I thought those would be cute. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you guys. I'm so excited. Guess what I bought? Okay. This is Stephanie's fault. She cannot blame me for this, and she cannot bash me for buying a product that she, well, I think she has these, but oh my God. Look what I bought you guys. I'm going to start making what I call memory keepers. And I'm going to make little books where it's like the banners. I'm going to get the banners. I'm going to cut them all out. I'm going to get them all ready. I'm going to cinch them with this, put the discs on it that hold the thing together so you can flip it like a book. I'm going to make a bunch of these for the craft fairs. That's my new thing. That's my new deal. I'm going to do custom ones, and I'm also going to do them very generic, like Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, weddings, anniversary. I'm really stuck on this thing with baby showers, and maybe it's because my granddaughter's having a baby and friends are having babies. But I want to do stuff like that. They put the pictures in. They put the memories in. You just give them the format. Oh God, I froze. Are you guys? Are we good? Okay, here we go. But I'm going to put in all the basics. So all they got to do is take that picture, take that invitation they got for the baby shower. They can stick it in there. I'll have it all ready for them to tape. They just got to put it on there. So that's my next big deal I'm going to start doing. And I'm going to do that now with every card kit I get. As I make my 1 or 2 dozen cards out of that card kit, then I'm going to take and I'm going to make at least 1 to 2 of the memory books. Yeah, Karen, I can't wait to start these memory books. It looks like so much fun. I'm like on a roll of ideas. It's just going crazy. I have so many embellishments and extra cutouts. Like when I was cutting the hearts, I cut tons and tons and tons of hearts. Well, I've got a whole box full of hearts. So, things like that, you can, the sunflowers. I have sunflowers all over the friggin' place. So I want to start the memory books. I want to do it for girls to give to their moms, on their when they go to their bridal shower. They can give this to their mom. So their mom has something because moms like the tangible stuff still. Yes, we use our phones to show pictures. Yes, we use our phones for this. But if they're done right and they're done really cute, and like Stephanie was showing us, you can use all the papers that you've never really used for making any cards. You can use them for the backgrounds on the banners. I ordered all our banners too. I order all our stuff. I'm crazy. So yeah, I got the new cinch thing, and it's really easy to use, and it works really, really good. So yeah, HSN had it on sale. Now I don't know if you guys can tell. Well, I'm sure you can. So when I'm working, I'm sitting in this chair right there, and I'm facing the princesses, the window. So when I'm facing that, my back is to my monitor. So many times I want to pull up ideas on my monitor to look at it. Well, HSN had one of their TV/DVRs on sale from $200 to $100. So I ordered that, and I'm going to try and put it up on my shelf over there so I can actually watch and her show and stuff while I'm working. So that'll be a lot of fun. But I'm really stoked about the memory books, you guys. I don't think I'll have them done before the 8th of February because I'm concentrating on Valentine's Day right now. But it shouldn't be too much longer. Oh, and in case you're wondering, see that bow? That was made with a fork. That was made with the big fork. See how much nicer that bow is compared to the little teeny tiny ones? So yeah, again, Joe, I don't know if you're on there. I haven't seen you yet, but Joe's husband made me and sent me this, and it holds my big fork, and I sit here and I don't have to balance the fork, and I whip out those bows like nobody's business. Yeah, Wendy, I'll try to do a process for the memory book. I don't think it's going to be that hard. You get the banner out, because when I started my first craft fair, I took the banner die, and then I took the letters, her 4-inch letters, and I made a banner that says Crafty Cards by Debbie. And I hang that up every show on my pop-up. And it goes together super duper fast, and it's really easy. What I'm interested in with the memory books is I've got to wait till I get the rings in that make you be able to flip the book. What I'm anxious to see, though, is how fast they go together once I get on a roll. And yeah, it's a matter of die cutting only and gluing or aggressively taping the items together. There's no stamping really involved. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but it's just a lot of die cutting, which I love die cutting. With an electric machine, it's just so easy. But yeah, Wendy, I'll be happy to show you what I can get done. Okay, guys, it's been about 45 minutes, and my voice is starting to go. And I really think we've talked about craft fairs. There was something, when you go to a craft fair and take layering, they start in the morning and you're cold, and then you can always take things off, as the day gets warmer. But bring a bag or a box, something that you can sit on the ground, that you can put your personal items in. And say you take off a sweater and you put your sweater on top of those personal items. Make sure you keep that thing centered to where you can see it at all times. I was with a vendor one time, and she went to the bathroom and came back, and she thought she'd taken her purse with her. And then she ran back to the bathroom and realized, no, she didn't. And it took us a while to find it, but she finally found it. So I always wear, I have a purse that I wear that's got a really long strap and it's a crossbody. I just wear that so it's always on me and I don't have to worry about losing it. Okay, guys, I don't see any other questions. Anybody got any big plans for Valentine's Day? Anybody a big romantic out there? I know I don't. Been married 48 years. Not much goes on now. So I'm going to make some more box sets. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger so they can hold more stuff. I think I'm going to try. Oh, I just noticed this box that's coming untaped. Oh boy, guess I got to go fix this one. Yep, it just came untaped. Good thing I looked at that. All right, guys. Oh, my drawers of embellishment, Jan. Yeah. Oh, you got the plastic toolbox from Amazon? Yeah. Those things are nice. I like a lot of little storage things, and then you can stack them on top of each other as opposed to one great big one. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, have fun moving your daughter, Kellyanne. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I should be here next week with hopefully the tail end of what's going to be happening. Maybe I'll have a book made. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, you guys have a great week. We're having a lot of nice, cloudy, dark weather with some rain here and there, which we desperately, desperately need. My heart still goes out to everybody in California trying to get through these fires. Love to all, and we'll see you next week. Everybody have a good week. Bye-bye.